Hey guys, what's up? It's Karl, and we're showing some Android some love today. I know that we've been talking a lot about iPhones, a lot of iOS apps. Today we're checking out some of the best apps that you can rock on your Android devices. So I'm currently using the Galaxy S21. I also have the Xiaomi Mi 11 that just came out, and of course the Note 20 Ultra, as we are expecting the Note 30 Ultra to drop sometime this year. So these will be some of the best apps that you can rock for any of these Android devices, and I tried to make some Android specific ones that you couldn't get on iOS. But you'll see as we go through the rest of them, there are some you can download across both. For everyone that's still Team iPhone, if you're still interested, my iOS pack, I will leave that link down below. You can get custom icons. I hope you stay watching. If not, I'll catch you in the next video. Let's get to our first app, and this one is called Another Widget. So we all know widgets have been around on Android devices, just recently introduced into iOS 14. No matter what, widgets over on Android are still way more customizable, they're way easier to use, and I think they just look better on home screens. Another Widget just brings simple notifications or simple types of widgets to your home screen. So I have mine set to calendar, so you can actually see I've got a doctor's appointment, a dental appointment in 4 hours. So that's just a quick reminder. That does live on my home screen, and I can kind of change that to what I want. But for some weird reason, this is set to Korean Standard Time. Not in Korea, Toronto. So that clearly is now set to the proper time. Dr. B, I won't be late. The second app is called Backdrops, and this is just a wallpaper app. It's available for iOS as well, but for any of you looking for free wallpapers to download, it has some of the best selection, and of course, best of all, it's actually free. There is a premium option if you want to pay for, but I find most of the free ones are pretty dope. You can see the one that I have selected, and you can kind of search by different theme. Of course, I'm gonna punch in orange, and you can see all of the cool orange wallpapers. This McLaren looks pretty dope. So say, for example, I set that quickly. I'll set that to both. Boom, wallpaper set, and that is a very clean looking wallpaper. The next app, which I think is pretty ingenious, and this kind of shows the customization of Android, it's called Energy Ring, and as long as you have a hole cut out front-facing camera, it actually shows the level of battery right around your camera ring. I think that's a pretty ingenious little way to show the battery meter, and a cool part when you have the phone plugged in or it's juicing up, you get a cool little animation around the ring. The next app is called Zedge, and once again, this really shows the customization of Android. So you can download wallpapers, video wallpapers, but I usually use this app mainly for sounds, especially ringtones. So you can search up pretty much anything. So for example, I'm gonna look up some Zelda sounds. Iconic. You can also download notification sounds, so every time you get, say, a text, you can get Navi saying, listen. Listen. I think that would get pretty annoying after a couple times, but you can kind of see all of the different sounds that you can get. So that's pretty cool. And you can actually set different sounds or notifications to different people on your contact list. So super cool. I don't think you can do that for iOS. I think you might have to download a custom MP3 file recorded through GarageBand, just not as simple, but let me know. Maybe I'm missing out on my iOS game. The last little customization one is called Notin. So this is great if you want to create small little notifications or reminders. So for example, I'm gonna say feed link, because sometimes I do forget. And you can see that's added to my notification tray, and whenever I want to get rid of that, once I've fed link, I can kind of swipe away, and that's now gone. And by the end of the day, since I do swipe through my notifications, I won't forget, and on the way home, maybe after the dentist, I can pick up his food. So that's super clean, super simple to use. The next app, this is kind of a COVID alert app, and I know this is area-based, so I'm sure wherever you live, they have something similar. But here in Canada, we just have this simple app. It's called COVID Alert. It kind of works if you're in proximity of someone that has, say, contacted COVID, they're positive, it will give you an alert that someone in your general vicinity, say you've gone to the grocery store, the supermarket, if someone nearby has tested positive, you'll then get an alert. So it kind of gives you a bit more peace of mind, and just for your own safety in case you have to get tested. I know that a lot of us are still under lockdown. Toronto's still kind of complete lockdown. So depending where you are, make sure you check out if there are any COVID alert apps for your own phone/region. The next one, I think this is no surprise. It's just Instagram. Out of all mobile social media apps, I probably use this the most. I'm sure we all spend countless hours, and this is actually where I saw the new GT3 being launched. That's maybe a little spoiler perhaps the next vehicle on deck. Speaking of social media sites, I also created a TikTok account. Maybe I should have this app on this phone. I sadly have no followers, so if you want to see some behind the scenes stuff, once again, shameless plug over there. The next app, in case you're all wondering where I run my benchmarks on most phones when I do compare them, it's just Geek Bench 5. It's free across any device, so you can run a CPU benchmark. For example, the S21 has the latest Snapdragon 888, and you can kind of compare that against, say, the Mi 11, the Note 20 Ultra, even on an iOS device, to kind of see how they stack up or compare. Next off, we're gonna go into some of my favorite streaming apps. So of course, Disney Plus, I've plugged this multiple times. I'm gonna once again promote The Mandalorian, hands down the best TV show, I think, in the past couple of years. And if you're not into Star Wars, for whatever reason, no judging, I am loving the National Geographic documentaries, Free Solo, which for some reason I haven't watched until now. Imagine climbing Big Sur, that was actually an Apple OS, that giant mountain with no harnesses. Free soloing, I guess that's what it's called. Nuts. The next app that we're looking at is called Duolingo. So this is a great app if you're looking to learn another language. Honestly, there's no better time as we're spending so much time under lockdown indoors. So for example, I can speak Dutch, and since German is close, I'm actually currently on a German test.
Sind Sie Anwältin oder Professorin, Frau Graf? Anwältin, Professorin, Frau Graf.
Did not get that right. Munich is very cool. I actually love Munich, one of my favorite cities, so I know it's called München. Ist sehr cool. Cool and cool, the same. I'm a pro in German. And of course, the last row of apps, like every app episode, I finish off with some of my favorite games. The first one is called Peggle Blast. So this reminds me a lot of Plinko. Essentially, you just have to clear the orange balls and you can fire away. That will just kind of go through. Pretty common game, super simple to play. And the level structure is kind of set up like Candy Crush, actually. So you kind of go through different regions and you can unlock different characters. And of course, there are bosses to face off. The next one that I think everyone kind of knows, and this really shows off the power of the Snapdragon 888 chip, it's CSR Racing 2. So this is one of the most graphic intensive games that you can get for a mobile device. Pretty simple racing game, and as you progress through the level, you can actually upgrade your car and hopefully actually get one of these epic cars at the end. Of course, I would aim to get the Porsche GT3 RS. That is one of my dream cars. The next game, actually a Canadian-based game for any of you wondering, this is called Altos Adventure. So I also had this in my iOS game review or my iOS app review. A lot of you people are asking about it, so I'm kind of showing it off in more detail here. It's a snowboarder game where you just go down a hill. The graphics are super simple. It's absolutely gorgeous to look at, and you just survive on the hill as long as you kind of can. Super common game, love the music, love the graphics, and you know, this is just a simple game to play when you've got a couple minutes of extra downtime, unless you're of course trying to chase that high score. Last game, X-Construct. This is also a recommendation from Nick. The point of this game is to essentially build a bridge or a structure so the train can cross without the train falling. So you can see I've tried to create this shady bridge. It's kind of bending. Almost. You can hear all the people dying inside, so clearly I need to work on this bridge. So it was snapping in the back. We only have one extra part. You are out of gliders. Oh, this is not gonna go well. Yup, we beat the level on camera. So curious what level you guys get up to, and don't get too frustrated because I have killed many people on these trains. Anyways, these are some of the best apps that I've just been rocking on my Android device. Remember, the ones that we checked out at the beginning, those were more customizable ones, really suited or really tailored to Android specific. I think the rest of these, you can get most of them on iOS as well. So if you have any other suggestions on apps that I should check out, leave them down below. And if you guys are actually interested, let me know if you want me to review the Xiaomi Mi 11. This was the the latest Android device that we just got into the studio. I know that I did a live stream of the launch, but if you want to see a specific video, once again, let me know, and I'll catch the rest of you in one of my next vids. Peace.